Do you attend all the home inspections for your sellers? Think you're doing a good job? Think you're really caring for your client if you attend that home inspection? I have news for you. You're not. You're not doing them any favors. You're not doing yourself any favors, and you should stop doing it immediately. I have been preaching this, I have been teaching this, and I have been saying this for about 12 years, okay? There's many reasons you as a listing agent should absolutely positively not attend a home inspection on your listing. One of them is disclosures, okay? There's a gross imbalance in the disclosure requirements between sellers, particularly here in Massachusetts, and listing agents. If listing agents find things out, they're obligated to disclose later, but sellers aren't. Okay, so it's this, you get yourself in this position that you don't want to be in. In addition to that, when you attend the home inspection, what happens? They start asking you all kinds of questions and talking to you about all kinds of things that they would never bring up to you if you were not there. So you start either finding out all these things that may or may not be legit, and then you're in a situation after of, do I disclose this if the property goes back on the market, or do I not disclose it? In addition to that, it just creates more talk and more micro studying of the home itself. It's not a good thing. Now, if you go by for 5 minutes, let people in, go back later, lock up, nothing wrong with that whatsoever, okay? But attending and walking around and following people around is not a good idea. And back when I had a real estate team, we never did it, period. Now, I know there's some realtors, some friends that'll chime in and say, I'm wrong, and that isn't right, and this and that, and I invite you to do that because we like to have good debate on here. But I will tell you, I've been training it this way for our agents here, and not all of them listen. Some of them, they're independent contractors, they run their businesses how they want, and they should continue to do that. But I've been training it this way at our company and nationally on our national training platform, our online training center. I've been speaking about it and preaching this for many years. It's a bad move. It's also a bad move for time management, okay? Super bad move because it's an enormous waste of time. The buyer should be there with their buyer's agent. And for you to be there with them, what are you really doing other than getting hit with 50 questions that would really be 2 questions if you weren't there, okay? So my recommendation is don't attend, set the right expectation with your sellers, warn them up front that you will not be attending because that is an activity for buyer, buyer's agent, and home inspector to look the home over, and explain to them why it doesn't make sense for you to go. If you run into a situation where you get an unreasonable seller who's like, no, I demand that you attend, just explain to them what's going on. We've had that happen before, back when I was selling and back when I had a team. We ran into that on occasion, and we just explained with the sellers and explained to them that, hey, if this buyer falls through, I would be obligated to disclose a lot of things and you wouldn't, and it doesn't work out well, okay? Even putting laws and disclosures aside, when you're there, more comes up, people get more nervous about things, and you also have to match up more people's schedules. I hope that makes sense. I invite your feedback. If you disagree, go ahead and say it. No problem at all. Nothing like a little bit of good debate on here. And that's all. Have a great day. Happy home selling.